Hey YouTube, Engineer Boy 100 here. Okay, so this video is on changing your O-rings on your your coolant flange water socket pipe. Okay, and that's a little pipe on the bottom that goes from the engine block, and I think it just recirculates. I'm not sure what the path is, but this video is on how to change the O-rings on that. So I'm gonna go and get changed and meet you in the shop before we can get dirty. Stay tuned. Alright YouTube, I'm still working on this water pump change project, but guess what? I got sidetracked. Today's video is going to be on the coolant flange water socket pipe O-rings. And this is what the part numbers are, the quantities required, and the actual dimensional sizes of the two different O-rings that the coolant flange water socket pipe requires. So we're going to go over to the car and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because in the process of taking off and changing the water pump and the thermostat, I noticed that there was a leak at one of the elbows. So right here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the coolant pipe water socket flange is located right here. Let me get a pointer so you can see it. Alright, so it's right here. Okay, and this little joint right here was dripping coolant. Like, oh no, what is that? So I didn't know what it was. So I went and looked it up and found out it was a coolant pipe water socket flange. And so I took it off. It's only two little 10mm bolts. So I'll take that off so you can see it. I took it all off already earlier, so we're not going to get the shower of coolant that I got the first time. So let's take it off so you can see there are 6 O-rings between the two. There's one of these on each side. And you just go straight up and take off these 10mm. See if you want to actually see those bolts. So if we go right up under here, these are the bolts that I'm taking loose, like so. 2 10mm, one, and on the other side. Excuse my neighbor's dogs. They're barking at a cat, I think. And then this just comes down and this works out. Now, there's a little O-ring here. Let's go over to the bench so it's easier to see. But before we go, there's an O-ring here. Okay, this is the larger diameter O-ring, and there's only one larger diameter overall, but then the actual diameter of the rubber itself is the 3mm. The one on the tip here is 4.5mm thickness of the O-ring, and then the overall diameter is the 28mm. The other one is 39.2. This is 39.2mm diameter. And I'll show you that again on the paper in case your dealer doesn't have them and you have to try and size them yourself. You can get the exact dimensions and go somewhere and get them. Okay, so I'm over the bench and take this loose so you can see there's 2 O-rings on this side. So there's another one inside this little housing here, and there's one on the flange side that goes up to the engine block. And here's the head, and this is the engine block. So it's not even on the head. I thought it was on the head before, but no, it's actually on the engine block. And this coolant goes through this. So I'm gonna go over to the bench and take this apart. All right, so we're here at the bench. I promise I'd let you guys see this again real quick. So take a quick peek. These are the 2 O-rings. And this one at the top, the 28, is this one. Okay, it's the one on the tip. So that's at the on tip, that's this one. And the other one is the one on top. Okay, so I need this space to work, so that goes away. Alright, so this tip here comes loose. I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to come loose. I didn't take it loose yet. So, let me get a tool. Alright, so I went and got a little screwdriver and got some gloves on. Because I don't want to get coolant on me. So I think you just have to pry this out, and these O-rings are pretty tight in the housing. So sometimes it's this constant pressure, and twisting is the best way for these O-rings. So let me see if I can, see? Alrighty then. So there they are. And I think this is the outside one. It was a little bit flat, and that's why I was getting some leakage out of here, especially when the engine cools and it shrinks and it's flat. I can see that it's flat. Now I don't have the new O-rings yet to show you. I'm sorry, because they haven't arrived yet. I had to order those. They're going to be here Friday, tomorrow. So I'm going to put the car back together and be driving it before that. And then when they get here, I'll just take these two coolant flange water socket pipes off and change these two O-rings. You can see them. Give you a chance to look at them. And then the other one, the 39.2 millimeter one that's still on the car, I'll get a little pick and pry that out of the groove it is currently in. I'll clean this socket off, this surface off, and it should seal again for another 15 years. So that's it basically. You see how to get this out. You see what it is. You see what size they are. You want to pause your video. Here are the details. And these are your water. These are the seals for your coolant flange water socket pipe. And I will put it back together. A short little video. And next I'm going to do, as you can see in the lineup, next I'm going to do the fuel pump. And then I'll get back to the water pump. And I'll post these all up for you guys to watch. Alright, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm going to take off the other coolant flange water socket pipe on the left hand side. And I think there's some coolant left in this one. So you should be able to see about how much coolant you should expect to come out of these when you remove them. I put the water pump and the thermostat on yesterday, so I had some time to let my water come in for the O-rings for these little guys, and so they came in. So I have them now. So I can show you the actual new ones and see how they compare, and see if we can actually notice the flat spots on the old O-rings and see how they compare to the new. And then we put them on. I have to take the other side back off too so that I can actually change the O-rings. And then just give it a little woo, yeah. Yeah, you get a little bit out of there, huh? Tastes kind of sweet. Okay. So, yeah. That was a nice little shower there. Alright, let's go to the bench and clean these up and take them apart and look at the new O-rings and change them and all that kind of good stuff. You go here with a pick and take that out. As a matter of fact, let me do that now. Take that out and then we'll go to the bench.
just kind of capture this now so I don't have to do it again. See? There it is. Take that out. I'll do that on the other side too. Cool. Alright, let's go to the bench. Alright, we got both of those coolant flange water socket pipes removed. And here they are. I haven't taken this one off yet. So I'm just gonna twist this one off so we have access to all of the O-rings. Let's check them out here. There we go. All right, and these are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which end goes in or which end is out. So make sure this is clean. So I'll wipe these out, and this is them. So we have, these are the old O-rings that came off, and here are the new ones. So this is the new O-ring that goes on the engine block itself, which is this one. So let me see if you can, I don't know if you can tell, but this one's flatter. I don't know if you can tell. This is the new one. This is the new one. Focus. And this is the old one. This is new, old. You can kind of see how the old one is kind of flat. And that's all it takes. It doesn't take much for there to be a gap between the O-ring and the actual housing. Now this, let me take these off. Take one of these off. These are the other ones, the fatter ones that go on this outside little part. I don't know what you call this thing. And here are the new ones. In case you missed it or you don't trust my writing down the number, this is the part number that it came in here, the actual dealer bag. And this is for the little fat one that goes on the tip. Here's the dealer part number. And these are the new parts. These out. Let's compare this to this one smashes sideways. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if you can see it. Get that to focus. So this is the new one. This is the old one. Let's see if you can. I don't know. Maybe you can tell. But some of the things that happen that you can't see, like the polymers wear out, the elastomers from contracting and expanding, they start to get stiff, and they don't expand as much as they do when the engine gets hot, so they don't seal as well. So the bottom line is, after 17 years, it's time to change the O-rings. So I'm going to put all the old ones up here along the top so that I don't get them confused. That's the new ones. And here's the new ones, the other set. Then I'm just going to rinse these little fittings off and clean them up a bit and put the O-rings on and put it back in. Now another thing I do, some people say, no, don't do that, it degrades the rubber. Maybe that's true a little bit because it's similar material, but I put a little smear of my bearing grease on the O-rings to help them seal better. I get good results with that. And I do it, and some people say don't, but I do it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. Clean these up, put the O-rings on, put the coolant flange water socket pipes back on the car, and then I'm going to fill it up with this Penetrator SF. I'm going to use 50-50 mix ratio because I live in California, and here's the temperature ranges to determine what mix you should use. So I'm going to go with 50-50. And this is a little over 1.5 quarts. So you mix it 50-50, you get a little over 3 quarts, so that's going to be plenty for what I need to replace for what came out. I already had pretty new coolant in there, so I'm going to top it off with this, and then we'll be good to go. So next, I'll have everything buttoned up, and I think this is it. It's kind of sad. I hate it when these videos end, but you know, we can always do another one. Thanks for watching.